All right, everybody, as promised, we are back at the Zoysia lawn renovation to check on it. Now, we are about a week and a half post-reno. In Brisbane, we're getting a lot of showers coming through, so it's put me behind in my work. So I'm just absolutely flat out at the moment. So we are pushed past that week. So I do apologize. But anyway, we're back here for everyone to take a look at how this Zoysia lawn renovation is doing. Now, if you missed the renovation, I'll leave it in the description box below. Just go and click on that, or go and click on whatever the icon sometimes comes up in this corner here. You can click on that and that will take you through to the video as well. But anyway, we'll go check out this Zoysia lawn, see how it's going, see what we need to address or let the client know they need to address. Now, just to let you know, I don't maintain this property, I don't mow it, I don't look after it, I just do the mowing here. The client and the family here take care of the property in between the yearly renovations. So anyway, let's go check it out, see what needs to be addressed, let the client know, we'll go from there. All right, so here we are, back at the Zoysia property. And this is how we are looking about 1.5 weeks post reno. And of course we have the giant gum tree there, so we've had a lot of wind and rain around in Brisbane lately, so there's a lot of debris. But overall, this is how the Zoysia lawn is looking. Now, if you're scratching your head going, you know, wow, that hasn't recovered much at all, this is actually doing really well for a recovery of Zoysia 1.5 to 2 weeks post reno. You can see a lot of the areas starting to come through, and we are pretty much ready for its first cut, I would say. So I'll let the client know that they'll be able to give it its first mow. With mowing, sort of like with mowing, I mentioned in the renovation video, you want to just time your first mow. You don't want to get into it too early, especially if you're rotary mowing, because you don't want to suck up any sand, but you don't want to leave it too late as well, as you want to be cutting it low enough to encourage side growth, if that makes sense. So yeah, but given the state it is in now, we'll be able to give it a mow this coming weekend, but we'll just mow it fairly high, just so we make sure we're still not sucking up a lot of the sand that is still present and visible. Now, as you may have seen also, there is nutgrass that has come through. The client did ring me and let me know that nutgrass has come up. They did have it already in the lawn, but as I mentioned, I don't look after this property, but the client is all on top of that, and they have treated the nutgrass, so that has been treated, so we'll start to see that yellowing and dying off. In the way of other weeds, though, there are none. Here we go. Now, just if you're unaware also too, I'll show you here, these ones with the little heads on them, that is known as mullimbimbi couch, where this one with no head on it is nutgrass. But the sedgehammer or applicants you can get from Bunnings will treat both nutgrass and the mullimbimbi couch. So that's how you tell the difference if you're unsure. The mullimbimbi couch will have these little heads on them, so I'll just get it to focus, and the nutgrass won't. It's just a grassy looking stalk. So anyway, it will kill that. But overall, that's it. There's no other weeds in this property. Just got some nutgrass the client will need to treat, or has treated already, and we are ready for its first mow. All right, so now we're a week and a half post Zoysia reno. There are some things you may want to consider. As I mentioned, I don't maintain this property, so I'll mention it to the client, and that might be time, you know, if you're seeing you want to push growth a little bit more, you might be able to consider putting down a liquid fertilizer, or a liquid sort of sea salt, something like Seaweed Secrets or something like that, just to give it a bit more kick in the pants with the recovery. It's not a must do. As long as you just keep it watered, the lawn will come back. But sort of that month after the reno, you may want to consider getting some liquid fertilizer products. I'll put something up on the screen from Plant Doctor, easy hose on product. They got two types, Max Green and I can't remember the name off the top of my head of this one. I'll put it up on the screen anyway. And make sure you use the code MOTIME10 just to get a discount on those products and support the channel. But yeah, about a month after the renovation, you'll be able to put a bit of a liquid fertilizer down just to give it a bit of a push along if you're seeing it struggling a little bit maybe. But this one is not definitely struggling it, so it doesn't have to have it, sort of thing. But it might just help yours along. If you haven't put down a pre-emergent either, that would be something to consider to put down now as well. Ideally, your pre-emergents want to go down in spring, but we are past springtime here in Brisbane, but that's okay. You can still try and get them down, and that'll help to cover out those weeds, you know, trying to germinate as well and just ruin your lovely lawn. Do remember, when you fertilize and you renovate the lawn, you are also feeding the existing weeds that are in the lawn too. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of your weeds spurt forth in growth as well, because you have fed them as well and you're watering them as well. So they're going to grow just as happy and healthy as the lawn as well. So keep that in mind. But anyway, yeah, so that's that's how it's looking. So yeah, that's where the Zoysia renovation is looking, recovering. Really happy with it. Yeah, really happy with it, and the client has been super happy that they've been able to save on their water bill or not use their tank water, as we've had a bunch of showers and some nice rain coming through Brisbane. Unfortunately though, the humidity comes after the showers, so past couple of days here in Brizzy, I've been just sweating and going through the water. But anyway, it won't last, it'll eventually pass. Now, if you have any questions regarding the Zoysia, if you think this is where it should have been a week and a half later, let me know in the comments. What have you found with your Zoysia? Have you renovated Zoysia before, especially Sir Grange? How's it been with your recovery session, etc. But yeah, if you have any more questions regarding it, put them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But I'm flat out at the moment, but I thought I'd just take a quick sec to pop in, check on the property. I'll be able to talk to a client to say, yep, all good for a mow this coming weekend, give it a haircut, and then just stay on top of it, weekly, fortnightly from there. And yeah, treat the weeds and let them die off as well. But that's it for the renovation update. I hope you enjoyed it. Only a short video, as I don't need to blabble on for ages. But yeah, plenty more videos to come. I've got some product reviews coming up from Husqvarna as well on their hedger. That's been fantastic. So keep an eye out for a few product reviews coming up on the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you are, for more lawn and garden content coming to MoTime. But anyway, got to stop, getting back to work, moving on to a hedge job next, and then on to a garden job after that. So it's busy, go time here in Brisbane. Anyway, as always, I hope you are all doing well, mentally and physically. We'll see you all in the next video.